Good morning, students. So today we are going to start with the second topic, rational numbers and operations on rational numbers. Now last time we have studied actually the definition of rational numbers. So let us revise it. So what are rational numbers? The numbers which are expressed in P upon Q form, where P and Q are both integers, but Q is any non-zero rational number. Means Q should not be equal to 0. Okay? P can be 0, but Q should not be equal to 0. Then when numbers expressed in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are both integers and Q is any non-zero integer, then that numbers are called as rational numbers. Okay? Now, these rational numbers, for example, 3 upon 2, minus 3 upon minus 2, 5 upon minus 2, minus 7 upon 2. Now, if you see these rational numbers, if they have got same sign, then the rational numbers are positive. And if they have got different signs, then the rational numbers are negative. For example, here means numerator and denominator here have got same sign. Hence it is a positive rational number. Similarly here, numerator and denominator have got negative sign. Both have got similar sign. Hence they are positive. Now here, numerator has got positive sign, denominator has got negative sign. Hence, it is a negative rational number. Here, numerator has negative sign and denominator has positive sign. Hence, it is negative rational number. So, remember that if numerator and denominator of the rational number has got similar sign, then the rational number is positive. Yes, exactly. And if numerator and denominator of a rational number has different signs, then it is negative. Right? So, have you understood? Now, next, rational numbers, we can write the equivalent forms of rational numbers. We can express them. Okay? We can write equivalent forms just like fractions. For example, 3 upon 2. Now, how to write equivalent forms? You know that. That is, you have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. For example, 3 into 5. So, I will multiply the denominator also by 5. So, 5 3s are 15 and 5 2s are 10. Okay, I can take another example. Minus 7 upon 8. So, if I multiply both numerator and denominator by 2, I get minus 14 upon 16. Okay, so you can see here that when you multiply the numerator and denominator by the same integer, you get equivalent rational number. Similarly, we can reduce the rational numbers, right, to its lowest term. Now for that, what we do? We either use the GCD method, divide by the greatest common divisor, or you can use any method, other method, that is simple table methods using tables. Okay, for example, I have got minus 95 upon 45. Now I know that both these are divisible by 5. Okay, I am not going for GCD or anything like that. I am just going for, I know that they are divisible by 5. Okay, so what I will do? Divide them by 5. 95 minus 95 divided by 5. 45 divided by 5. Right? Now 5, how many are 95? I should know the tables. 19 5s are 95. So minus 19 and 5, how many are 45? 9s are. So can you reduce this further? No. Why? Because 19 is a, yes exactly, it is a prime number. Okay, so minus 19 upon 9. This is the lowest possible form. Okay, further you cannot reduce it. So this is the lowest possible form of the rational number. Okay, another example I can take. Suppose I have got 36 upon 48. Okay, now, so both are divisible by 12. Okay, so you can divide them by 12. Okay, so 36 divided by 12, 48 divided by 12. So 12 3s are 36, 12 4s are 48. So this is the lowest possible form of this rational number. In other words, if you see now, are these equivalent fractions? Yes, they are. So this is equivalent term of this rational number. This is equivalent form of this rational number. Do you get it? So they are interlinked. Okay. Now, next we can study, that is order of relation of rational numbers. Means to decide which rational number is bigger or smaller. Order of relation of rational numbers. Okay. Now, for example, if A upon B and C upon D are any two rational numbers, then how we can find or decide which rational number is bigger or which is smaller? Now, first thing you are supposed to do that, make the denominators always positive. Then only you can do it. Okay, if denominators are not having same sign, then you may get wrong answers. So first method, make the denominators positive, and then, now as the denominators are not equal, you have to equalize it. We know how to do it. Okay, so cross multiplication. Yes, exactly. Now here I can write AB as A into D upon B into D. So what I have done, I have multiplied A upon B by D. Right? Now, similarly, I can write C upon D as C into B upon D into B. So what I have done now, C upon D, I have multiplied C upon D by B. Exactly. Now this C upon B and D upon DB, CB and DB, I can write it as BC upon BD. It becomes easy. Okay. Now see, are the denominators same? Yes, exactly. So when denominators are same, how to decide whether the number is rational number is smaller or greater? Just from the numerators, right? So if AD is greater than BC, so what it means? AD upon BD is greater than BC upon BD. Right? So what it means? A upon B is greater than C upon D. First condition. Right? Then, if AD is smaller than BC. Now, if AD is smaller than BC, means what? AD upon BD is smaller than BC upon BD. Right? So, from that what we can say? A upon B is smaller than C upon D. Now third condition. What is the third condition? That is if AD is equal to BC. Okay. If AD is equal to BC, then what you will have? AD upon BD will be equal to BC upon BD. And from that I can have A upon B equals to C upon D. Okay. So, these are the three conditions. So, depending upon how this product comes, we can decide the rational numbers. They are bigger, smaller, or equal. Yes, exactly. Okay. So in this way we can decide. I can take one example here so that you will understand. Okay. Now, for example, I have got 3 upon minus 2 and 5 upon 7. So see here, denominator is negative. So please make it, yes exactly, please make it first positive. So 3 upon minus 2 I can write it as minus 3 upon 2 and this will be 5 upon 7. So we have to make the denominators equal. Denominators are not same. So first make the denominators equal. How to make them? Cross multiply. Or multiply this and get the equivalent fraction. So multiply this by 7 and multiply this by 2. Right. So minus 3 upon 2, I can write it as minus 3 into 7 upon 2 into 7. Is it not the equivalent fraction? Yes, it is. Right. So I got minus 21 upon 14 and 5 upon 7. How I can write it? 5 into 2 upon 7 into 2. Right. So 5 2s are 10, 7 2s are 14. Are the denominators same? Yes. Now I have got minus 21 upon 14 and 10 upon 14. Which is bigger? Yes, definitely positive number is going to be bigger. Okay, so smaller than, right? So minus 21 upon 14, I can write this as minus 3 upon 2, smaller than 5 upon 7. Dear students, I know, yes, I understand. You might say, when here it is negative sign, definitely positive number is bigger. Yes, I know. Just for your understanding, I have taken it. The answer is clear here only. This number is bigger. Because we only have said, what? Positive number is always bigger than the negative number. And this is a negative rational number. So definitely positive rational number is going to be bigger. But just for your understanding, I have taken this example with a negative sign and how to make the denominators positive. For that purpose, I have taken it. Got it? Okay. Now let us go for the next part. That is, okay. Can you tell me the smallest rational number? No? Right. It is not possible, right? If you say minus 5 upon 2, I can say minus 25 upon 2, right? So it is not possible to tell the smallest possible number. Okay, then tell me the greatest possible rational number. Is it possible? No. Right? Why? It is not possible at all. There are infinite rational numbers. There are infinite rational numbers. Okay? And hence we cannot tell the smallest possible rational number or the biggest possible rational number. Do you get it? Now, next we are going to study that suppose when the when the denominators of the rational numbers are same, then the rational number with the greatest numerator is the greatest. For example, I have got 7 upon 12, 5 upon 12 and 9 upon 12. Okay. Now here, see here, denominators are same. So which is the biggest? So when denominators are same, then definitely the rational number with the greatest numerator is the greatest. Okay. So here I can have the ascending order AO. Which will come first? 5 upon 12. Exactly. Then will come 7 upon 12. And then will come 9 upon 12. because 9 upon 12 is the greatest rational number. Then descending order, DO, exactly opposite of the about, right? So 7 upon 12 and 5 upon 12. Am I right? So which is the first term from the left in the ascending order? Yes, 5 upon 12. Which is the last term from the right in the descending order? Last term from the right. So right is this side. So I will be going towards this side. So last term from the right is 9 upon 12. You should be ready for such types of questions. Okay. Now, after this, one more thing. Suppose if the numerators are same, then what? If the numerators are same, then the fraction with the smallest denominator is the smallest. What I said? If the numerators are same, then the fraction with the smallest denominator is the greatest. Okay. So, for example, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 5 and 1 upon 7. Which is the greatest? 1 upon 2. Confusing? See here, just I am telling you. This is a cake. And there are only two friends who are eating the cake. So how many parts they will divide? 2 parts. Can you imagine the parts? Yes, they are bigger. But suppose if there are 5 friends, so the cake has to be divided into 5 equal parts. So now I am dividing the cake into 5 equal parts. Do you get it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Approximately. Okay, not exact. Now you can see as compared to this, are they smaller? Yes, they are. Now suppose if I divide it into 7 equal parts, then what happens? You can see. And so when the numerators are same, the rational number with the smallest denominator is the greatest. Yes. So I can have the ascending and descending order. Ascending order 1 upon 7, 1 upon 5, 1 upon 2. And descending order 1 upon 2, 1 upon 5 and 1 upon 7. Yes. Then suppose if the denominator of the rational number is greater than the numerator with 1, 2, 3, 4, there should be common difference between all the rational numbers. Then if the denominator is greater than the rational number from the numerator by 1, 2 or 3, or they have got equal difference, then the one with greater numerator is the greater. The one with greater numerator is the greater. For example, 2 upon 3, 5 upon 6, 8 upon 9. Is denominator greater in all the 3 cases? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, if it is greater, now check the difference. 3 minus 2, 1. 6 minus 5, 1. 9 minus 8, 1. Now, so they have got common difference of 1. So, at that time, the rational number with the greatest numerator is the greatest. So, which is the greatest? Can you tell me? Yes, exactly. 8 upon 9. It is 8 upon 9 is the greatest rational number. Okay. Remember these all clues. We are going to use them while solving the examples. Okay. Now, so after that, we are going to move to next part. That is addition of rational numbers. Now, while adding the rational numbers, keep this in mind, the denominators have to be same. If they are not, we have to equalize them. Okay. So, for example, if they are same, 3 upon 4 plus 5 upon 4. So, what I can do? Just add the numerators. Nothing to be done with the denominators, because here the denominators are same. right? So 3 plus 5 upon 4, that is 8 upon 4. Now this is reducible. You can reduce it. Okay, that is what scholarship requires. So 4 ones are 4, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So answer is 2. But in case if I have got denominators not equal. Now here, are the denominators same? Not at all. Okay, so what to do? Now they are not multiples of each other, right? So go for cross multiplication. So 5 into 9 plus 2 into 7 upon 2 into 9, right? Now 9 5s are 45 plus 14 upon 18. Now 4 plus 5, 9, 4 plus 1, 5 and 18. So 59 upon 18 is the correct answer. Do you understand? So this is addition of rational numbers. Similarly, you can do the subtraction. If denominators are same, you can simply subtract the numerators. But if denominators are not same, then go for equalization. Okay, for example, suppose 7 upon 2 minus 3 upon 2. So what it will be? 4 upon 2. What I did? Only subtract the numerators because denominators are same. Now again, this is reducible? Yes it is. So I can reduce it. 2 ones are, 2 twos are. Okay. On the other hand, suppose if I have got 7 upon 2 minus 5 upon 8. Now you see here, this is multiple of 2. 2 how many is of 8? 2 4s are 8. So what can I do? Instead of going for cross multiplication, I can multiply this rational number by 4. See here. 7 into 4 upon 2 into 4. So that I get minus 5 upon 8 as it is. Don't do anything there because we are taking the multiple. Okay, so 7 4s are 28, 4 2s are 8 minus 5 upon 8. End it out. Okay, simple. Now 28 minus 5 is 23 upon 8. Is it reducible? No. Right? So that is what the expected answer is. Okay, now if the sum of two rational numbers is 0, then the two rational numbers are said to be additive inverse of each other. Remember this. For example, 3 upon 7 plus minus 3 upon 7. What will be the answer? 3 minus 3, 0. So they are called as additive inverse. Okay. When the sum of two rational numbers is 0, then they are definitely opposites of each other. Okay, and they are called as additive inverse of each other. Okay, and this is additive identity of the rational numbers. Remember that. Okay, then next is after addition, subtraction, multiplication. So suppose if I multiply, see, okay, now, so when you are multiplying, if they are cancelable, reducible, first reduce them and then proceed further. Okay, so for example, 15 ones are 15, 15 3s are 45, right? 2 6s are 12, 2 how many is are 16s are 32, right? Again, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, okay? And 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16. And so the answer is minus 8. Do you understand? So in this way the multiplication has to be done. And if product of two rational numbers is 1, then the two rational numbers are said to be multiplicative inverse of each other. What are they called? Multiplicative inverse of each other. For example, 3 upon 2 into 2 upon 3. Right? So what happens? 3 ones are 3, 2 ones are 2. So what I get? Answer 1. So what are they? They are multiplicative inverse of each other, because what product I got? 1. So they are multiplicative inverse of each other. Okay. Now you tell me here. 5 upon 7 into minus 7 upon 5. Okay. Now 5 ones are 5. Okay. 7 ones are 7. What is the answer? Minus 1 into 1 is minus 1. Can we call them multiplicative inverse of each other? Not at all. Why? What my definition says, if the product of two rational numbers is 1, then they are multiplicative inverse of each other. If the product is not 1, how can I call them as multiplicative inverse? What product I have got? Minus 1. Have I got 1? No. What I have got? Minus 1. So are they multiplicative inverse of each other? Not at all. Do you understand? Okay. Now, after that, division. Okay. So division, the last operation, division of rational numbers. If you divide one rational number by the other, for example here, now 3 upon 2 divided by minus 15 upon 16. So to divide a rational number by another rational number is nothing but to multiply that rational number by the reciprocal of the second rational number. So I have convert this division sign into multiplication, and this will be written as 16 upon minus 15. Any doubt? Reciprocal, right? Okay, so 3 ones are 3, 3 fives are 15, 2 ones are 2 eights are. Reduce it. Okay, now 8 ones are 8 and minus 5 ones are minus 5. So what is the answer? 8 upon minus 5. Okay, so when you divide a rational number by another rational number, so it is equal to divide that rational number by the to multiply that rational number by the reciprocal of that second rational number. That is what we get here. Do you understand? Okay, now dear students, we will stop here. In the next video, we will solve the exercises. Okay, so whatever I have taught, I believe you will write it in your notebook. Secondly, read the Navneet Digest, whatever the points they have been given there, so that if there are any difficulties, you definitely ask me. Okay, so till then, goodbye. Thank you.